Welcome back, everybody, to another daily. How we all doing? It is daily number 34, 25th of February, and we are gonna get straight into it. We're doing some more camera stuff today, is the primary plan. So we're going to continue working on the camera, trying to get it to feel a little nicer. I was actually, while the stream was booting up just now, I was rewatching some of the old stuff because I knew that this definitely looked a little jank, the way that this kind of worked. So I was trying to figure out, okay, what did I not kind of get right? And turns out the answer to that question is, as the player's moving right or left, they should move into the center of the screen. That's kind of the bit that I'm missing. And then when they come to a standstill, the camera should pan into that direction. So that's kind of what I want to work on first. You'll also notice that, or you might observe that I've kind of colored these trees a little bit. We've shaded them a little differently. I found out how to do that in the editor last night with some help from one of my mates. So currently they're shaded inverted to match the leaves at the top, but I probably want to make the front ones lighter and the back ones darker, and then reflect the same thing in the leaves at the top here. So we'll probably do that as well. But for the moment, we're just going to focus on camera stuff. Okay, so let's find our camera script and just get going. No time to waste this stream. I have a water bottle somewhere. It's right behind me. Okay, so I think we're actually gonna jump into MS Paint real fast. So let's pull that up really quick. So there's kind of a few different scenarios that I want. If my player is, and how are we gonna draw the play here? If my player is moving in a direction, then I want them to be at the center of the screen. They should be in the middle. However, if the player is at a standstill, so if my player is not moving, they're just at a standstill, but they're facing this way, like they're looking right, then we kind of want them to be off-centered. I want the camera to be more like this, so they can see a bit. So they should kind of, like, as they walk, like if I'm gonna move right, yeah, I should kind of move into the center, and then at this point, I should achieve this, if that makes sense. So the player kind of like walks into the center of the camera. And then the camera starts to move with the player. Which probably makes no sense whatsoever, but hey. That's what we're going to try and do. And I have to figure out how I'm going to do this. So it's based on whether or not the player is in movement, is in motion. That's the word I was looking for. So there's kind of a couple ways you can achieve this. You can have it so that effectively the player is pushing the camera. So the camera stays still until the player reaches the middle of the camera, and then it starts to push the camera. And then when the player stops, the camera kind of like glides to the point it's supposed to get to. So we can do that. Alternatively, you're gonna have the player lag behind the camera. Like the camera's movement is lagging behind the player. Is an option. And then the delay is the time it takes for the player to reach the center of the camera. So we also have that as an option. So I think what I want to do actually, first and foremost, is I want to add an overlay to the Unity camera, which is just going to be this, like we're just going to have center points so we can kind of view where we are in the camera. So you can see under the camera we have this canvas, and here we have this health and mana thing. Well, I want to just add a 2D object, I guess a 3D object, sure. So where actually is this? It's here. Here's my cube. Maybe I just want a sprite. There we go, I can see that. So I just want it to look something like this. I don't know how this is gonna render. Yeah, it doesn't render, unfortunately. How do I get this to draw? Health. Canvas renderer, text, font size. It's been a while since I've done any of this canvas stuff. Screen space camera is what I want. Order and layer, I have at 10. Let me try rendering transform, sprite renderer. Yeah, maybe this. Let me set this to 10 as well. Why can't I get this to draw, huh? So I can see the health and mana text in the top left. It's coming in early this stream. I just want to draw this on the screen. How hard is it? Rect transform, width, scale. Man, this really can't be that hard, right? Canvas scalar, graphic raycaster. Unity make UI using canvas. It might be because I haven't made them as, yeah, UI here. Let's do UI image. This looks like it'll do the job. Okay, let's test this. I think this is gonna give us what we want. Okay, so really all we're actually looking for is like two thin lines that go through the centers of the screen. And basically their job is just to tell us what the middle is. So something like this. I think that'll do. Hopefully this will display on the canvas now. Lovely. Okay. So now we can see where the center of the camera is in respective to the player, right? Awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. And now we can just toggle these on and off visibility-wise. That'll determine whether or not we see them. I guess it only shows them in the scene. Well, whatever. Can I do it here? No, okay. Alright. So let's figure this out then, shall we? So when I'm standstill, I want the camera to be centered in front of the player, like so. However, when I'm moving, I want to move into the center of the camera. So how am I going to do this? I think we need to just start trying to write something and we'll figure it out as we go, I reckon. But step one is probably just, let's just start writing. I think the biggest thing you can get hung up on as like a programmer is just like getting stuck in the how do I do this phase. Like sometimes you just have to write crap that doesn't work. And you'll have ideas on how to make stuff that does work while you're writing it. So currently, when I press left or right, I start a coroutine that begins panning the camera in that direction to be in front of the player. That's basically what we do. Now, this is not going to work probably for what I want to do next, which is have it so the player sits in the center of the camera. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that effect. So how can we resolve this problem? It's easy enough to make the camera follow the player to be horizontally aligned with it. It's more detecting like when the player stopped to start moving in front of the player. That's the tricky bit. So what ideas do I have right now? It's tough, dude. I am kind of just in this decision paralysis part right now, to be honest. Like, what the hell do I actually do here? Okay, here's an option. I can create a list. I can create a list of... I kind of want to just try this as a solution and just see kind of what comes of it. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to create I'm going to create two lists. Private list of float. Which is going to be called X positions. And I've declared the list wrong because I'm dumb as shit. Oh, because you can't do it. Yeah, I can. I'm dumb as shit. And then another private list of floats. Or array, I should say, not a list. Called Y positions. Yo, what's up, Tinyton? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Alright, so what we're going to do is, every single frame, we're going to update both of these lists. And in fact, what I'm realizing is I actually have a list of vector 2s. Would make way more sense. Because that's effectively what I'm going to store. Not doing too bad. Just kicked up the stream. We are trying to do some funky camera movement right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to store the player's position inside positions. So I'm going to say positions, and I haven't worked with... How do I just like add... Oh, maybe I can't... Okay, hold on. I really can't just do this. Can I have a list of vector 2? Wonder if it'll let me make a list of vector 2. No, it won't. But I can have like a list of player, right? Oh wait, no, I have to do it like this, yeah? Wait, so I totally can then, right? Am I tripping or what? How the... You'd think I know how to do this, hold on. Oh, wait, yeah, I am dumb. Hold on. So, wait, I'm just not how to do this. Non-generic type list can be used with type arguments. Am I, I need to use this. Okay. Now, can I specify that that's what I want to use? Not system.collections. I want to use specifically this. Using system.collections.generic. Okay, I was just importing the wrong thing. That's all the issue was. Okay, not a problem. We figured it out. There will be game. We're just doing the coding part right now. Alright, so we have a list of positions, and in our fixed update, we're going to populate positions.add. Can I pop? How do I... C# list pop. Pop last. How do I read the last element? You can use remove at. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so positions.add, we're gonna add in the player's current position, I believe is what we want. So it's just gonna be player.transform.position. So this is gonna happen every fixed update, and we're gonna say it's probably, let's give the camera like a half-second delay, which means if positions.count is greater than 25, 5, I think. No, unfortunately not. Tinyton, I'm not quite set up on the channel with the animated emotes. Positions I count. So as long as that counts greater than 25, what we want to do is we want to translate it and we want to pop the old position, right? So I think we want to copy this. And in this case, we're not going to use any lean. Transform.position is equal to new vector 3, and it's going to be equal to positions 0. Pretty sure you can just use a vector 2. Can you really not? So dumb. Pretty sure I don't have to actually declare the Z. No, I don't. All right, so we're going to set our position to be the first in the list, and then we're going to pop the first position out. So we're going to say positions.remove at 0. Yeah, already knows what I want to do. And so our list is going to create a bunch. Oh, no, but that's not quite going to work. I kind of need to track like how many frames is passed. Because then the camera's always going to lag 25 frames behind, but I want it to catch back up, is the issue. So the question is, how do we get the camera to catch back up? I kind of want it to be on a delay. I mean, I can just start coroutines every frame. That's a little jank though. I mean, that's like the really dumb way of doing it. Maybe I just try that though. Also, why is it complaining about my... Okay, hold on. Let me copy this and just undo a bunch. Why are we complaining about... Oh, because of this. Okay. I understand. So I also need to use systems.collections. And then not put in a backslash. Okay, and now I think it won't complain about anything. Lovely. Oh yeah, this is my project, Tinyton. Alright. We're going to make another... private enumerator, delay movement, in which we pass inside a vector 2, I guess, which is the position. And then all we're going to do is transform the position to that vector. Oh, why am I doing it like this? It should be transform.translate, not transform. I'm bad. Transform.translate position. Is that gonna work? It is, okay. And then return, oh no. Yield return, you wait for seconds. And I'm gonna use 0.5f, so half a second delay. Maybe I should use less. Let's use 0.25, quarter second. Okay, and then instead of doing this, we might come back to this in a second. Potential solution. We're going to go for delay movements, and we're going to pass in the player's position. So it's going to be player.transform.position. Alright, let's try this solution and see what we get. So this is, the camera should follow the player and should always be a quarter second behind him. Which is not what's happening at all. So that's interesting. We're just straight up not even tracking the player. Fixed update, delay movement, player to transform the position. Yield return, you wait for seconds. Oh, because I'm trying to translate it. No, I do need to use this position thing. Yeah, because I want to set the position directly to the player. I mean, this is fine for the camera, I think. Because I'm not really... I think this is okay. For camera, it makes more sense. To like directly set the position of the camera in the game scene. Still not working though, interestingly. Camera script's here, and the position's just straight up not moving. Why not? I think if I do this, it should just work though. Oh, did my game crash? What happened there? Okay, what am I actually doing wrong here? Transform bot dot position is equal to new transfer dot position plus x lean. Is it because of the Z? It's probably because of the Z, I guess. Yeah, because it's inserting 0 and it's rendering behind. Yeah, we did have this problem last time, I remember, actually. Wait, no, I'm not even meant to use... Yeah, it's the regular transform, not the player's transform. Little dumb, but sure. Okay, so in this case, we're tracking the player exactly. But not quite what I want. So why is my delay movement thing not working? Like, this does nothing for some reason. The yield return, you wait for seconds. I should be updating the camera position on the coroutine, but it just isn't. Like, can we just not run a coroutine every fixed update? Oh, because I'm dumb as bricks, that's why. Because I have to actually start the coroutine. Good on me. Oh, it looks very jank. What is up with that? I think the issue here is that I'm trying to... Yeah, a bit strange. Okay, let's go back to, This is not going to work quite how I want to. Let's go back to this. Because I'm realizing that there's always going to be 25 things in here, so it's probably okay. So I want this dot x. And I want this dot y. And we're just gonna use a regular Z position. All right, so let's try this. This should be after every 25 frames, which is half a second. Like, okay, it should mean that this is 25 frames behind us, the camera position, if I've set this up properly. So we're not relying on coroutines here, it's just happening in the fixed update. Oh, but look at how far behind that is. Yeah, okay, that looks like shocking. Let's say 5. Okay, I really underestimated that. So the issue here is I need the X lean, because now I'm traveling in front of the camera. So I probably need the lean in addition to this, I think. So like, let's add the lean on top of it. Which is this bit. And then I'm gonna add X lean. I guess that's all I'm doing, right? And I'm gonna put this beforehand. So let's try this. So this is with the lean added on. Okay, the lean doesn't quite compensate. Which means I either need more lean or this needs to be even less. Let's half it down to 3. So now it's only 3 frames behind the camera for the player. And it's kind of what we want. It's not quite there. I could like add to the lean a tiny bit. So where's the, I can make the max X lean like 0.8. Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. I kind of don't mind it. Like already it's looking like not bad. Feels a lot smoother. So it's kind of, it's a combination of having this lean thing we did last time and also having like a delayed camera that catches up to the player. There's definitely some jank. I think it should probably, I'm wondering if I should make it catch up to the player a bit more. Like on the y-axis, I could have it catch up a little faster. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm really trying to think. I wish I could easily hide this stuff. Probably just, yeah, I can do that. I mean, it already looks like so much better. I think it might be a little jarring on the vertical movement, just because the initial jump is like so fast. Like when I get hit here, the camera kind of like quickly bounces me back. I mean, like, it's a start. I could probably, like, tweak the camera a lot more, to be fair. But it's definitely a start. So we got a bit of vertical easing as well. I say easing, it's not really easing. But it's like having this kind of like catch up thing. I think I like how it works moving horizontally. Like, I think the horizontal movement feels pretty good. You move into the center of the screen, and when you stand still, you're kind of off to the side a bit, which I think looks fine. Again, I feel like I can make it smooth a bit more. But that's about all I would really do. And I would probably have to write it a bit differently. Like, I think the other approach for moving the camera is to have it so that you directly... The camera's movement is kind of responsive to the player. Like, the way that we're currently doing it is we're just recording the player's movement and we're playing it back on the camera. So when the player moves, the camera also moves there. It's just like 3 seconds delayed. And it kind of gives this sense of like the camera's like catching up to the player and it's playing, you know, it's doing a little bit of catch up. But like, I don't even know if I really like this, because I think another issue that I have, right, with this is that if I turn the alpha back on, when I jump above the center, and I don't think I like that either, because it's, you kind of can't really see what's above you that well. So I feel like I want to jump in the same way that there's an X lean. I probably want a Y lean to some extent too, where I jump into the center. But maybe not. And I can kind of like tweak with the Y lean a bit. I think we've got the X centering working pretty well. You run into the center. When you turn around, the center kind of catches up to you. So even that like looks pretty good. So I can turn and the center will kind of, the camera will like catch up to me in the center. And if I move in the same direction I'm facing, I'll run into the center and then the center will start moving. And again, it's just a combination of having this lean and the camera delay that allows me to accomplish this. The camera delay is what makes it so that you're centered when you run into the camera, and the lean is what pushes the camera ahead of the player after you stop, basically. I guess the lean's creating the difference, and the delay is making this, like, I don't know, whatever this effect is, that's what the delay is doing. It's making this effect. And the lean's giving you that gap. But it looks like there's no gap when I start running, because it's when the lean is approximately equal to the delay distance. So it's a little bit of a hacky kind of thing. Looks a little weird when you immediately swap, but I kind of don't mind that either, that it's kind of got like a little bit of a bob when you change directions. I think it looks alright, actually. Yeah, it's got this weird bobbing effect, which is just, it's purely the camera. Like, the player isn't actually like bobbing backwards and forwards when you turn around. It's just how the camera's working with the lean. I could probably get rid of that bob if I make the lean match the camera movement a little better. Or match the play movement, I should say, but, like, you know, that's that. And then the jumping is just playing catch up. There's no lean to it, like we said. I don't know how much I like that. I think I like it for falling down, that the camera catches up to the player. But I think for jumping up, I feel like the center of the camera should actually just be a bit above the player. And that gap should be the lean. Like, I need to figure out, like, what's a good vertical height to do that. But then... See, now I'm thinking of an even better way of doing this, though. Rather than recording a list of positions, every fixed update, I should just calculate how far away from the player I am, and then move closer to the player. Or to the intended center point is probably what I actually want. How far from my intended center point am I? And then move towards that and have that be some kind of function. Like, the further I am away, the faster I want to move towards it. Which you could always just do, like, half the distance. That's a pretty easy way to run it. Let's try that. Okay, let's give that a go as well. I think that's going to be a pretty... that might be a better way of handling this. So the lean... The center position is going to be the target point. So it's going to be this. Actually, it's not going to be that. It's going to be the player's position. Oh, yeah, it is that. Okay. So this is the target point on every frame. So let's try this. Var target vector is equal to a new vector 2. And it's going to be equal to this here. So this is always where we're trying to get to. And I guess we want to do this after the lean. We should calculate lean first, probably. Oh. So we're factoring the lean in because that's our target position. And then we want to figure out what is our difference. What's our distance from the target position? So let's say var xdiff is equal to our transform. Well, we're trying to get to the player. So I think it's player.transform. Oh, it's target vector.x is what I should be doing. Let's just do vector diff. It's going to be equal to target vector minus player.transform position. Already knows what I want. I'll cast this as a vector 2. That's fine. Okay, so the vector difference is we're trying to get to the target vector and we're subtracting the player's vector. No, this should be transform.position, not player.transform. Okay, so our position, target vector minus our position, that's our vector difference. And then we want to half that. So var translation is going to equal vector diff divide by 2. And then we want to actually translate. So let me comment this out. So now we're going to translate, and we're going to actually use the translate function this time. Transform dot translate. And we want to move the translation amount towards the player, which is the vector diff divided by 2. And we should probably make it so that it doesn't run infinitely. So let's say that if vector diff if vector diff.x is less than, let's say, like just 0.05, and the same for vector diff.y, then let's just say vector diff is equal to 0 is equal to vector 2.0. Like, if they're close enough, just set it to 0, and then that's where we'll translate to. Oh. No. That actually, I don't want to do it like this. Hold on. If they're greater than that distance, then translate. Otherwise, just set our transform position. So I do this. But if it's close enough, just say our transform dot position is equal to player dot transform dot position. Oh, actually, sorry, it shouldn't be player, it should be target vector. Alright, let's try this. Will this work at all like I'm hoping? Well, that's not a good start. What do we do wrong? We forgot to set this to also include, yeah, the usual. New vector 3, and then it's gonna be target vector dot x, target vector dot y, and then transform dot z. Because it's dumb as shit. Right again. Okay. Hold right. Oh, look at that. That's actually smooth. Okay, it's way smoother, which I like. Okay, the smoothing is like infinitely better. So now the question is, this value is the one that we need to tinker with. So the more we divide it by, the further away it's gonna be. So let's go like divided by 5. See, now it's like way further away. It's not... Why is it working different for each side? That's really strange. Here, it doesn't move. Here, it pulls back. Alright, something weird is going on there. I have to figure that out. It's working differently if I go left or if I go right. It's probably this, actually. I think I need mathf.f. I think I have to take the absolute value for both of these. I think that's all the issue was here. Because obviously when I'm going left, it's always less than. So it was working when I was going right. Okay, now it works when I go left as well. How many flies in my room? All right, let's try 4. I really should just make this a constant that I can tweak. This is a lot more configurable too than yeah, there we go. Look at that. So it really should be like 3 point something. Let's do this actually. Let's make another field. I'm gonna have this be the lean speed actually. X lean speed, and then I'll also have private float, which is camera snap factor, camera banding factor, and let's set it to like 4 by default, but I'll adjust it in the editor. Okay, so we'll hop on to the camera thing, X lean speed here. What am I getting a warning for? Oh yeah, I need to assign the banding factor, obviously. Yeah. Okay, so let's set it to like 3.8, maybe. See how that looks. Not bad. I think it needed to actually be like 4.1. I think I went the wrong way. No, it definitely did not go the wrong way. Also, when I turn around, it takes the camera a little longer to catch up, which is a disadvantage of this one as opposed to the last. And it's due to the lean factor. Oh, that looks really shit actually when you turn around. Okay, I think because I have this banding thing that I can make the lean speed way faster. Which means that I need to adjust this as well. X lean plus equals lean speed times sine. And then if X lean is greater than max X lean, then X lean equals max X lean. Yeah, that's all I want to do. And then if I come back out, we're going to set this X lean speed to actually be like way bigger now. In fact, I probably don't even need this. I can just instantly set the lean and I let the camera banding handle it. Right? Like imagine I set this to like 20. Yeah, that's effectively the same as doing it instantly. Pain in the ass. Yet another absolute issue. Let's adjust this. I think I actually just don't need this anymore though. Oh, my lean's just not changing at all. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Let's get rid of this for a second. Let's just say rather than doing this, let's just say that x lean is equal to max x lean multiplied by this. And then I'll comment this out. So it never calls this function. We're just going to instantly set the lean to be the max. There's no coroutine I'm doing. I'm just letting this banding function handle it all. Looks okay. Okay, it looks a little jank when I move in it, when I start moving in a direction, because it snaps. It snaps too fast. Which means I think I actually do want to have this function in here to avoid this snapping. But I need to really adjust this, how this function's working. So I do actually need a... So how do I do this? Okay, we're going to say if mathf dot absolute of x lean. So the absolute value of x lean, if it is greater than max x lean, then x lean is equal to max x lean multiplied by sine is what I was missing. All right, and then we're gonna come back. So now if I run this, I should get the same result as what I just saw, because I think I fixed this function. Yeah, so it does this like little snapping thing when I turn around. So the solution now is around how far does the pivot change is what I want to know. Well, actually, I do know. I have the x lean, it's 0.8. So we just make the lean speed equal to the max x lean. And then it'll go in an increment of 2. Already looks way better. It's still a bit snappy. So we're gonna divide it again to 0.4. Looking better. And then I'm gonna do it one more time and set to like 0.2. I think we halve it once more. Okay, now the issue is that it's trailing too far behind. So I think we set this to 4 to get it trail a little tighter. Which way makes it trail tighter, actually? I don't know. I should know by now. That looks like it's trailing tighter to me. Oh, look at that. Smack bang on the dot. Oh, look at how good that looks. And you can turn around, and you still get this bob when you turn around. It's fine, though. I think I'm happy with this for now. Oh, it actually looks so smooth. All right, and now if I jump, so the big difference now with the aerial movement is that if I were to like rapidly, if I were to like short hop a bunch, see how like much smoother it is? Because it's not actually going to, like if I do a full jump, it doesn't go to my full height. It kind of is like just trying to keep up with me. It's not nearly as jarring as before. Oh, it's so good now. Wait, I just made a good camera. Oh, I'm actually, I'm so happy. It works so well. What the hell? Oh, I knew it was like a bit rough with the last implementation. I was like, yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks a bit whack. This is just it though. And like, let's get rid of the lines real quick. Oh, it's just so nice. It's actually so nice. What the heck? Okay, okay. I'm actually thrilled I got it to work that well. I don't know, it's like the really mundane shit like this, where just getting the camera to like move how you want it to move and feel good. Like getting that right and seeing it in action is like one of my favorite parts about game development. Like, oh, it feels so rewarding. I can't even like begin to describe, like, it's so satisfying to get that. It's a combination of this X-lean pan thing, and then also this tracking back up to the player. The combination, these two in combination just work so well. I don't know how much of this thing is actually mattering. Like, I probably didn't need this, but it will probably be nice, I think, to have. Honestly, for the player's perspective, it's probably not noticeable. Maybe even from Uni's perspective, it doesn't make a difference. But I think trying to constantly get closer and closer and closer to the position without actually getting there is probably not optimal. Better to do what we're doing. Okay. You know what? I think we got a little bit of time. I'm going to try and just recolor the background a little bit. Oh, I could just stare at this all day. The only thing that I'm a little iffy on right now is this turnaround bob. That's the only thing I would want to like maybe try and fix. And even that, I don't even mind it, that you kind of have this like turnaround. It doesn't even feel bad. In fact, I think it is just good. It's a little weird, actually. When I go left... Okay, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop looking at that. That's fine. Yeah, guarded camera. We got to look really nice. So very happy. I'll leave these. I think I'm gonna just turn them off, but I'll leave them on the camera in case I want them later. And I'll probably be like, what the hell are these? Because you can't actually see them. I guess they're invisible. I'll know what they are if I click on them. Okay, let's try and do the shading on these trees now. So what we're gonna do is backgrounds. So we have all these layers. So I want to invert the shading on these. So in layer neg 20, we have all these trees. Take out these ones. And I'm going to set to max brightness. And then the middle ones I can leave as is. And then the back ones are layer, not neg 30, but neg 31. 20 of the trees, 26 of the trees, and 31 of the trees. That's dumb. I'm gonna update this real quick. This should be negative 29, and this should be 30. And then let me make this 24, and this 25. So all the trees are the 5 increment layers. Yeah, that's a lot more intuitive. Okay, so I'm going to leave the middle trees as is, and then the back trees are going to be way darker. Like that. So that looks a lot better from this perspective. And then all we have to do now is update the leaves as well. So I'm going to set these to be way darker in the back. And then these in the front are already as light as they can be. So I need the middle ones to kind of be darker than them. It's like maybe like that dark. And then I can make these a little darker. Something like that. And we kind of like, that's it, you know? Look at how much better that looks. I mean, of course, like if each of these trees was a completely different sprite, it would look even better. But like up here, like doesn't this just look so much more natural? Look at how it looks so much better. And then all I would need now is like a bit of parallaxing on the background trees, I think. I think if I parallaxed the background trees a little more, it would look really good. So I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a parallax script that I just dump on some of these layer objects. And it's just going to parallax, you like give them a factor, a value, and it parallaxes them. Or in fact, you shouldn't even have to give them a value. I could just base it on the layer. No, I would probably want to make it a configurable value. And then it'll just parallax them. It'll look good. It'll look good. I'm going to do that. I think I'll do that next, actually. Next week. We'll do some parallaxing. And there is actually one more thing I need to do for camera, which is I need to bound the camera. I need the camera to have locks. So like here, I want to have a lock against the floor so the camera cannot go below the floor, for instance. Like we shouldn't be able to see any of this blue below the character. So the camera should lock on the bottom of this platform and not be able to go any lower than that. So the locking is the last thing I need to do. And it happens after, I don't know, it's going to be a little rough, I think, to like figure out when the camera should be locked. Because it's going to be position based. I'll have to see how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to take the target position and then we're going to see if any locks apply to that position, basically. And if they do, we'll adjust the camera accordingly. That's the plan. But that'll be for next time. So next time we'll do either parallaxing or the camera locking. I think the parallaxing will be easier, so I'll probably start with the parallaxing and then we'll go into the camera locking stuff afterwards. But yeah, I'm not confident that I could get the entire camera locking stuff done in one daily, but we'll see. I think it's easier to start with the parallaxing and then do the beginning of the camera locking, and then in the following daily we just finish it off. But that'll be the plan for the next 2 days, I reckon. I feel like it scrolls a little faster than to the left than to the right. Maybe I'm imagining that though. Probably am. Like, look at how... Like, I mean, all my assets are like complete garbage, but it doesn't even look that bad up here. Look at the top, I think, with all the leaves and stuff. I need to add like a bunch of shrubbery and crap down the bottom, but hey, that's like a later thing. Anyway, I think for now, I'm pretty happy. Good daily, good camera stuff. Took a bit of tweaking, but we got there. So, thanks anyone who stopped by for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the stream, or anyone catching this on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the video, learned some things, maybe. Or got some ideas if you were looking to do some camera stuff yourself. I am very happy. so much of like doing this stuff is, for me, like you can get, there's like pre-built Unity packages to do like handle a lot of this crap for you. But a lot of the fun for me is like actually just figuring it out myself and like building it. Because again, you get moments like I had this stream where you hit the play button and you move around and it just works exactly how you want it to, and it's like, oh, it's the best. It's actually the best feeling to be like, I did that. I made it work like that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's why I like write all my own physics, even though physics especially, my stuff's pretty shit. But hey, that is what it is. I think this camera movement script is like it's decent. It's nothing incredible, but it's absolutely satisfactory. My physics needs a lot of work, but hey, that's something we'll tweak over the life cycle of the project. There's like endless polishing to be done for the physics. All right. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll be on tomorrow night for the next one, so I'll catch you then. Have a good night, day, morning, whatever, and I'll catch you around.